The historic Alburtis Tavern in Lehigh County is now closed and condemned.
And there are dozens of apartments above the tavern, and those tenants are also being forced to move out. 69 News reporter Rob Manch has been following this story for us today. Rob, what have you learned about the situation there as it stands now?
So, Jim, what we've learned is that there's a lot of questions still left to be answered. I was not able to get in touch with the building owner, Joseph Gallazin, and neither were any of the tenants who actually live here. All they know is that about a week ago, their heat and their electricity was shut off. And then yesterday, the borough came and slapped these yellow condemned notices on all the doors on the building and told them they all had to be moved out of the building by the end of the day today. The historic Alburtis Tavern, a building that's been standing since 1875, now has a bright yellow condemned sign on the front door. And throughout the day, we watched as tenants moved their things out, like Cassie Whittman, who also worked as a cook at the tavern.
I was a worker here. I lived here. This is used to be our home. Like, now I literally got to move out.
Whitman says she only found out on Monday she had to uproot her whole life.
I'm living with a friend's house right now, trying to look for a new job and everything.
There's a building connected to the tavern with apartments as well. The whole complex is owned by a man named Joseph Gallazin. This side hasn't been condemned, but Fred Hook says it's only a matter of time.
So as you see here, a lot of the tiles exposed.
He showed us the damage in the hallways and his apartment.
I'll go into my unit here. So here, I got some cracks along the structure of the wall here.
Hook says even with cracks and brown spots on his ceiling, he's got it better than most.
The conditions that most of the tenants here have been living in have been like inhumane, to a lot of people that have no heat. A lot of people's refrigerators not work, stoves don't work.
And he can't get a hold of Gallazin to fix it.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available.
I knew he wasn't going to answer.
Whitman says she hasn't talked to Gallazin either, now her former boss.
If you could talk to Joe right now, what would you say to him?
Turn the electric back on, please. Give me back my job, please.
And this morning, I reached out to the borough of Alburtis as well. The borough manager told me they're having trouble getting in touch with Joseph Gallazin, too. But meanwhile, this building is up for sale right now through the company SVN Imperial Realty. It's listed for $4.7 million. We're live in the borough of Alburtis tonight. Rob Manch, 69 News.